Brett Pesce isn't listed on the first unit, it doesn't make much sense to me to not have him there. Tatar, Heeshear, and Mercer line. I really want to see that again, just to see what happens, because, you know, it could be magical. On his final NHL goal, hopefully justice will be served. I'll be honest right off the bat. Palat, in my opinion, I mean, we know he's a two-time Stanley Cup champion, but hello, Devils fans. Welcome to Devils Power Play. Thank you for returning, or if you're new, thank you for visiting. Don't forget to subscribe if you love everything New Jersey Devils. This time of the year always feels the same to me. Not much activity going on in the world of hockey. Just anticipation for the new season to begin, especially since the Devils had an active and productive offseason. After a disappointing season, I simply can't wait to see how the Devils will perform in this 24-25 season. Barring any injuries, as we all know, they were affected severely by the injury bug last season. So let's keep our fingers crossed. With the new pieces in the puzzle, I thought it would be fun to discuss how new head coach Sheldon Keefe will create the lines, the defensive pairings, and special teams. Keep in mind, they're just my personal opinions and ideas. I'd love to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments section. Okay, so let's begin with the players the Devils acquired during the offseason. Fitzgerald had specific areas he wanted to improve upon, one being goaltending. So last season during the trade deadline, he went out and got Jake Allen from the Montreal Canadiens. Allen will be a solid backup for the Devils, and the fact that Montreal is retaining 50% of his salary is a great bargain in my opinion. So our new number one goalie now, as we all know, is Jacob Markstrom. Seeing how he is 34 years of age, it's obviously not a long-term solution. However, his experience is something the Devils desperately needed between the pipes. Fitz also extended Nico Dawes' contract for 2 more years. Dawes showed great potential in the games he played last season, and with the guidance of veterans Allen and Markstrom, I can't wait to see how he develops in the future. Another issue was the defense. Fitz went out and got some experience there with Brett Pesce and Brendan Dillon. He also acquired Jonathan Kovacevic. And the final issue he addressed, toughness and grit, in which Paul Cotter comes into play. And rejoining the Devils, Stefan Nason. He also extended McDermott's contract. Okay, let's talk about lines. So, this is from Daily Faceoff. These are ideas they have, and I'm just gonna read you what they put, and we'll see and we'll discuss, you know, if we like these ideas, if we make changes. Anyway, so the first line they have: Andre Palat, Nico Heeshear, Jesper Bratt. Second line: Timo Meier, Jack Hughes, Dawson Mercer. Third line: Tomas Tatar, Eric Haula, Stefan Nason. Fourth line: Paul Cotter, Curtis Lazar, Nathan Bash. Okay, so I like some of it. I'm not crazy about all of it. I'll be honest right off the bat. Palat on the first line, no offense, but no, sorry. I don't like that. I'd rather put Timo Meier in this place for first line with Heeshear and Bratt. That they worked well together. We've seen at times. And Palat, in my opinion, I mean, we know he's a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, but for what he's being paid with the Devils, I haven't seen I'm not getting it from him, so I wouldn't put him there. That's just my opinion. Maybe you think I'm wrong, let me know. The second line of Meier, Hughes, and Mercer, sure, why not? But I mean, it would be okay. I just feel I personally would rather see the line of Tatar, Heeshear, and Mercer reunite. Because as we know, in that historical season, they were the second best line in the NHL. So I'd like to see if that chemistry continues. Now, Tatar, Haula, Nason, we have to see. Nason is going to be a familiar face who played for the Devils already. He's coming back just like Tatar. But I don't, we haven't seen them play together and with Haula, so we'll have to see how that chemistry goes. But it seems all right to me, we could try that out. And then Paul Cotter, Chris Lazar, Nathan Bastian makes sense to me on the fourth line. Lazar is a great fourth liner, so is Bastian. Cotter's going to bring some grit and toughness, so that could work out nicely if they have the right chemistry. So overall, in these combinations, pretty good. Just like I said, I'd make a couple changes there. I really would not put Ondrej Palat on the first line. And I would like to see the Tatar, Hischier, and Mercer line. I really want to see that again, just to see what happens, because, it could be magical. 33 of Tatar's 48 points came when he played with Hischier. When Mercer joined the line, he went on an 8-game goal streak, which was a tie for the longest in franchise history, and a 12-point game streak. So let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you agree with their picks. Maybe you disagree with what I'm saying. Just let me know what you think. I'd love to know everyone else's ideas. So now we get into defensive pairings. Now, they have Siegenthaler and Hamilton together, Luke Hughes and Brett Pesce, and then Brendan Dillon and Shimona. Let's discuss the first special team, the power play. So for the first unit, they have listed Timo Meier, Nico Hischier, Jesper Bratt, Luke Hughes, and Jack Hughes. On the second unit, they have listed Stefan Noesen, Dawson Mercer, Ondrej Palat, Shimo Nemeth, and Dougie Hamilton. This first unit was used last year, and to start off the season was on fire. However, there was a dry spell later on. It seems really nice on paper, so I wouldn't mind seeing again how this would work out. The second unit sounds alright to me. However, I'd probably change Noesen for Tatar and give Ondrej Palat a chance this time. I love the idea of Nemeth with Hamilton, and I would really like to see Tatar reunite with his Slovak teammate Nemeth. Last season, the power play began as number 1 in the entire league until that horrible injury curse began. I believe the Devils can get there again. What do you guys think? Do you like these ideas? What would you do? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about the other special team, the penalty kill. Now, for the first unit, they have Nico Hischier, Jesper Bratt, Jonas Siegenthaler, and Dougie Hamilton. Second unit consists of Erik Haula, Ondrej Palat, Brendan Dillon, and Brett Pesce. The first thing I want to say about this is Brett Pesce isn't listed on the first unit. Fitz went out and got an experienced defensive-minded defenseman. I'm definitely wanting to see Brett Pesce on that first unit. It doesn't make much sense to me to not have him there. What do you guys think? I absolutely agree with Nico Hischier on the first unit since he's an excellent two-way player, which is part of the reason why I love Nico. Jesper Bratt, not too sure about that. We'd have to see how that worked. Mind you, I know he's working hard on his defensive game and trying to be a great two-way player as well. It might be a decent idea. I'm curious to see that if the coaching staff actually agrees on that. And then Siegenthaler and Dougie Hamilton makes total sense to me. This means that this unit would consist of 3 players who can score goals, which is great if you can score a shorthanded goal. But I think the main focus here is to defend. The Devils have no problem scoring goals. They're extremely high in offensive power. I would probably prefer to see Hischier, Pesce, Nemeth, and Hamilton together. That's just my opinion. Now for the second unit, they have listed Erik Haula, Ondrej Palat, Brendan Dillon, and Brett Pesce. Wow, these guys really like Ondrej Palat. Again, I need to see more from him. Palat signed a 5-year, $30 million deal with the Devils in 2022. His stats from 2022-2023 were 49 games played, 8 goals, 15 assists for a total of 23 points. He had a +5 rating, 1 game-winning goal, 0 overtime goals. His stats for 2023-2024 were 71 games played, 11 goals, and 20 assists, for a total of 31 points. He had a -9 rating, 0 game-winning goals, and 0 overtime goals. I wish he could have some of the statistics he had while playing for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's being paid $6 million a year, and to me that is nowhere near enough productivity. I'm not trying to be a hater, I'm just simply stating the facts. I really hope he shuts me up this season. I mean, he won the gold medal with his home country of Czechia last May in the IIHF Men's World Championship, so I don't agree with that either. Maybe I'm wrong, but let me know what you guys think. Like I just said, I'd much rather have Brett Pesce on that first unit. I also noticed they did not include Shimon Nemec or Luke Hughes at all on either of those units. Those two played a lot of minutes last season due to injuries. But now with experienced defensemen, I'd love to see them learn and play on these penalty kills. For the second unit, I agree with having Eric Holla there. Maybe Dylan, Kovacevic, Luke Hughes, or perhaps Rat, Dylan, Mercer, Luke Hughes. I mentioned Mercer because I know he has a decent defensive game and works hard on being relied on wherever the team needs him. I'm sure he'd do a decent job. And speaking of which, I don't know about you, but I'm getting really concerned now that he hasn't signed his contract yet. Last season was bad for most Devils, including Dawson Mercer, considering he came off an amazing season prior to that. His career stats are 246 games played. He has never missed a game in his entire career so far. 64 goals, 67 assists for a total of 131 points, minus 29 rating, 8 power play goals, 10 game-winning goals, 1 overtime goal, and 449 shots. During his historic season of 22-23, during his 82-game appearance, he recorded 27 goals, 29 assists, for a total of 56 points, at a plus 22 rating, 161 shots. He also recorded his first career hat trick against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Last season, during his 82-game appearance, he recorded 17 goals, 25 assists, for a total of 42 points, a minus 25 rating, 154 shots. I believe Mercer will develop into a fine young superstar, and like some of you, I'm still waiting for that contract news. If you have any idea what the holdup could possibly be, let me know in the comments. At this time, I would like to address something that deeply saddens me. I'm pretty sure that most of you have heard the tragic news about the Gaudreau brothers passing. I'm just still in complete and utter shock. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge their families and to offer my condolences. My heart goes out to all of them during this dark time. It's such a devastating situation that has taken place here, and thankfully the New Jersey police have the driver in custody and hopefully justice will be served. What we know so far is that on August 29th during the evening, Johnny 31 and Matthew 29 went on a bike ride down a country road in Salem County, New Jersey, and were allegedly struck from behind by a drunk driver. The driver was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol and was brought to Salem County Correctional Facility. He is being charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. The police report stated that the suspect failed a sobriety test and then later admitted to consuming 5 to 6 beers prior to the accident. He admitted that the alcohol contributed to his behavior of impatience and reckless driving. Johnny and Matthew were in town to be groomsmen at their sister's wedding, which was to take place the following day. A rehearsal was held that evening, hours before their deaths. Johnny is survived by wife Meredith and their 2 children, daughter Noah, who turns 2 in October, and their son, also named Johnny, who was just born last February. Matthew leaves behind wife Madeline, who is pregnant with their first child, son Trip, who is expected to be born in 4 months. Many impacted by this horrible tragedy around the hockey world have been showing lots of love and support to the families. Both NHL teams that Johnny played for, the Calgary Flames and Columbus Blue Jackets, held candlelight vigils in remembrance of the brothers. Days after the news broke, a memorial continues to grow outside the Saddle Dome in Calgary. The Flames posted a bird's-eye view of the memorial outside the Saddle Dome with the caption, "Speechless." Johnny began his NHL career with the Calgary Flames. He spent 9 seasons there and became a fan favorite. In 2022, he signed with the Blue Jackets because his family wanted to be closer to relatives in New Jersey. Hockey legends like Jaromir Jagr and Wayne Gretzky shared some beautiful messages and offered their condolences. Jagr, who played with Johnny for the Flames in 2018, posted a video of Johnny assisting on his final NHL goal. The Montreal Canadiens announced that Cole Caulfield will be changing his number 22 to a number 13 in honor of Johnny Gaudreau. Caulfield and Gaudreau were teammates on Team USA last May during the IIHF World Championship. Caulfield left a heartfelt message on his Instagram mentioning how Johnny paved the way for smaller players and proved they had a future in this game at the highest level. Always my hero, he wrote. Even other leagues like the CFL are paying respects to the Gaudreau brothers. Ahead of their game against the Edmonton Elks, the Calgary Stampeders arranged for 13 seconds of silence in honor of them. Johnny wore number 13 for most of his career. I am unable to fathom what their families all must be going through. Again, my heart goes out to them. I'm sending my love and prayers to all their family members, Calgary fans, Blue Jackets fans, and anyone else who loved the Gaudreau brothers. May they rest in peace. This upcoming season isn't far away now. The start is going to be very emotional for the entire hockey world. What's to come this NHL season? Only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, share the channel. Till the next one, let's go Devils!